Hello, YouTube. So today we're going to be reacting to a few videos I found that are really interesting. They brought one of these YouTubers I watch named Sneako, and he has some pretty some pretty good takes. So let's just listen to this one real quick.
I think that eventually, the next question is how do I start talking?
Of course, my dog started barking, so we're just gonna wait for a second. We're gonna start over. Actually gonna just a second. Jesus, what is wrong with them? Literally right when I start recording. That's crazy. Okay.
I think that eventually, the next question is how do I start talking about women, right? I think eventually, if men start talking enough, you become red pill. That's just the truth. Like any man who's honest and like sees things clearly, you become a red pill misogynist piece of shit. It just is what it is. If you're truthful, like if you're honest about the way shit is, that's just how it goes. I didn't want to be that. Like I want to respect and fall. Like at my core, I'm a romantic, bro. I want to fall in love, hold hands, do all that cute bullshit, but it's not possible. They will abuse you until you're weak and then leave you. And that's public interview.
Wow. For all the men, you guys are gonna understand that statement so fast. But for the women, you guys can be like, what is this guy talking about? He probably got his heart broken. He probably was being a simp and got played or something. But no, it's not the case. I got another video that I saw. It was a little down here. I just saw it. I think it was this one.
Who broke Sneako's heart?
Yeah, like this is just gonna correlate with the last video. He's gonna go a little bit more in depth. Like, watch it real quick, and then I'm gonna put my take on it.
Every man who ends up taking the red pill wants to fall in love.
It's true. That's so. Don't get it fucked up. We just don't want to be in a false love. That's the thing. A lot of women, they want to put men through false love and make them think that they're in love. You know what I mean? But in reality, they're not. He's gonna get into it.
We want to have kids. We love women. It's not that my heart got broken. It's that all of you are annoying. All
Facts.
say the same nonsense.
So stupid. No one has their own unique personality. They're all just copies of each other. Copies. It's crazy.
All of you want lip fillers. All of you say the same garbage. All of you are feminists. All of you are always victimizing yourself in a world where you have all of
Yeah. What is up with women not taking accountability? Like, come on now. Come on now. Y'all could take accountability. Come on.
power. You didn't break my heart. You're just annoying. You take all my time. You take all my energy. You act up all the time. You think toxic is a personality trait. So I just want you to get away from me. Western women are done.
Exactly. If you really think toxic is a personality trait, then something's seriously wrong with you. Like, I don't understand how women could want to be in a bad situation. You know, it makes them feel good, like they're actually like experiencing something. You know, but what it comes down to is that they just want an excuse so they could talk to their friends and have dramatic conversations. You know what I mean? Because every girl has the option of the good guy. So I don't feel bad when, I'm gonna get canceled for stuff like this. I don't feel bad when the guy's an asshole. You know what I mean? Especially because women like to stay with that. They choose that, and at the same time, they want to have fun. I don't understand how girls just want to be with lots of different men who are just gonna use them, and let them go. Like, I also don't understand why women want to find themselves, which really means just trying a bunch of different dicks. I never understood that. They think that when they get older and they're ready to settle down, that a man is going to, settle with that. Like, you already been passed around. Like, everybody used you, one night stands and all that. Like, any man of high value is not going to want that, because you're probably not going to be happy with him because you have so many other men that you've been with to compare him to. You know what I mean? Like, that's what women don't get, is that every time, like, say he takes you out, you're going to be thinking about all the other times other men took you out and what they did. And you're going to be comparing in your head, oh, he's not doing this, he's not doing that, and that dude did this. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. He's a whole different person. You know, that's why they say, like, I just found the thing the other day. I don't even know if this is like a real statistic, but it's the same graph everybody uses. It's literally the same graph. It's called the stable marriage rate. Stable marriage rate graph. Look. And this just is for women. This is just for women. When men want to settle down, we tend to settle down, and that's what we chose. We don't really leave the person unless they cheated on us, or they're just not filling that role as a wife. You know what I mean? Like, there's no man will leave their wife if I'm just gonna say majority of men won't leave their wife if they're still doing the role of a wife. You know what I mean? So wow, 65%. That's crazy. That's not what I was trying to look though. Wow, why is it giving? I literally typed the same thing on my iPhone and it brought up something completely different. That's. Oh, I didn't. As per. Wow. Okay. Can't type. Let's go on images. Here's the graph. Look at this graph, y'all. Look at this graph, y'all. That means a virgin bride and her only partner was a person she married. Her chances for a successful marriage is 80%. 80.47%. And look, say someone has 20 or more, 20 or more. Look at that. 17 point. Like, I don't understand why you do this to yourself. Like, you can biologically, through the evidence right here, you could not do the same things men do. You can't just catch a lot of bodies. You lose the ability to become attached. You do. And that's why women, you need to be very selective with who you go out with. You have to really. I understand it's not fair, but it's never been fair. You guys have never been the same as men. I know we push for equality, but the only equality we should have is equal opportunity, and that's what people don't understand. Just because we can do the same things doesn't mean we should do the same things. It's pretty simple to me. It's pretty simple to me. Let's watch this last video, just so y'all can understand what red pill really is. All it is looking at life in reality and not being fooled by the media. Not looking through a lens of false securities. Okay.
Yelling about women. The red pill is bigger than just like picking up girls, and that's like the mistake that a lot of people make. And that's what
it really has nothing to do with picking up girls. It really just has to do with you knowing your own value as a man.
They always call me misogynist incel. The red pill is realizing what they're doing. They're brainwashing you. They're trying to separate gender. They're trying to take as much power as possible. They want to censor actual information. They don't want you to know the truth. They want to dumb you down. They want you to watch James Charles and Lil Nas X twerking. They want you to get
exactly. And they want you to show your kids that too.
They want you to sit there and look at porn, and they don't want you to read any of this. They don't want you to know about Julian Assange. They don't want you to know about WikiLeaks. This is what's really happening. The pandemic is coming back. They're going to tell you to inject another thing. They're going to tell you to quarantine again. They're going to tell
all that, bro. They knew from the very beginning that coronavirus wasn't like the worst in the world, but we're not going to get into it before I get canceled. But
in your head when you walk into a grocery store, They're going to tell you to triple mask, and you're all going to do it again. Unless we start having conversations like this, and they're difficult to have because they censor it. All my shit's getting demonetized. They put a strike on my channel for misinformation. But wake the fuck up. I'm sick of it. You should have woken up to this for the past 2 years. All your freedoms were taken away, and you were okay with it. Yes, okay, I'll stay inside for 8 months. Okay, I don't want to get that. Okay, I'll do what you say. You're dumb. You're dumb. And this is just the start. This was the trial run. Wake the fuck up, chat. This shit is not...
Yeah, people don't understand, but I believe that the government just wants to keep us in our position. You know what I mean? For all you low class out there, they want you to stay low class. That's why they don't want you building a family. You know? Don't you see that the media wants independent women and fuckboy men? Why do you think they want to push that so heavily? It's because they want to keep you doing things on your own. You know how hard it is to own things on your own? Back in the day, they used to have families. It was like that for a reason. The people who had families, you know, they had the family name. They always had money behind them because they everything they did was always cumulative. It all came together in the end. The brother was a doctor. The sister was a lawyer. The mom was a judge. Like, you know what I mean? And then they all came together, pulled their money, and they bought the house. They bought property. Now, the majority of Americans don't even own property. They're owned by giant corporations, and they force you to rent because they're falsely raising the rate. They're raising their okay. Basically, they took down the insurance rates so people can't save enough money so they could buy a house. We're gonna get into that in another video, but basically, y'all need to understand is that being independent is not the best thing you could do for yourself. The best thing you could do for yourself is start young and try to build a family and really own something. I'm telling y'all, if you have the opportunity to stay with your parents, you know, have a good job, why don't you take that? Why do you want to move out and pay somebody else's bills? Rent? When you pay rent, bro, you're paying someone else's mortgage. Stop doing that. What is wrong with y'all? I'm getting off topic. But like, that's what the red pill community is trying to get through to y'all. Is that this solo thing, this independent woman thing, it's not going to work. Honestly, it's just going to leave you sad and unhappy. I mean, I guess if you care about materialistic things, I guess you could build it by yourself, and then hopefully somebody can come along later. But chances are, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're going to be independent from the beginning to the end. And that's the end of this video, guys. Have a good weekend.